Welcome to CMMSradio, a podcast and general resource for all things CMMS, computerized maintenance management software, from selection to implementation, to help you make better choices and have a successful CMMS journey. We'll bring in experts along the way to help us learn more about CMMS, facilities operations, and much more. If you need help with the CMMS project, send a message at CMMSradio.com using the What's on Your Mind link. Suggest a topic, share your CMMS story, or ask questions.
Hey, so we're at Reliable Plant. This is my homeboy Bryan Bieschke.
Hey, you guys
now, he is head of community and partnerships at UpKeep, but regardless of that, he knows a hell of a lot about maintenance. So we're at Reliable Plant in Chicago. I just want to chop it up with Bryan a little bit. Bryan, what has been your favorite thing so far about Reliable Plant? And then on top of that, what kind of things have you learned or seen that might be concerning or super exciting about our industry as a whole?
Sure, yeah. So this is my first time at Reliable Plant. I had an opportunity to go last year and I wasn't able to make it. But I think the number one thing with conferences is really just being able to connect with friends you've known for years, building new relationships, cultivating existing relationships. And there's just so much to learn. Like this is lubrication centric. There is a tremendous amount of knowledge in this building, and if you just stand and stop for 2 seconds, you're going to soak some of that up. So I really like that, the relationships and all the learning opportunities that we have. And then one of my favorite parts was, of course, our panel, right? We did a CMMS Evolution panel where we kind of talked the real deal. We did some general questions, just kind of getting to the bottom of CMMS, and then it kind of went organic. It was great. We really talked. We got a lot of questions. We had a great filled room, and it was a really good thing. But some of the things that are still plaguing us, and it's no surprise, it's how do we get people to do the work? How do we get people to do the work correctly? How do we find the people to do the work? And then how do we integrate all of these people, these cultures, with the technologies that are driving all of our innovation? If you look around at Reliable Plant, you're going to find wild technology, and that technology is awesome, but it's an enablement of work, and the work has to be done by people 90% of the time. So I think that's the hard part, and I think that's been there. Like if you talk to a lot of the experts on your panel, Jeff and Joe and all those guys, 30 years ago, it was a very similar thing. So,
well, first of all, I really appreciate you being on the panel, and one of the reasons I wanted you on the panel, and shout out to UpKeep for getting me here, I really appreciate that. The thing about it is that you talk about this from kind of a holistic perspective, and you don't lose sight of what matters in between the technology and how that technology really makes an impact is the humans that use it. So that was really cool, and since the panel, I've heard a lot of good things, and I've got some cool sound clips that are going to be coming in a few weeks or so from your segment, so I can't wait to release those. Now today, you were bouncing around, like literally, and I saw you over at one of these booths. You were pretty geeked out. What was that you saw over there?
Yeah, so it's funny you say that. I just sent a video to my team about that, and it was Boston Dynamics, and they're running all the spot robots. They have them going up and down steps. They've got them, you can look at the camera that it's seeing, so you can look through its eyes. But I always thought those were cool. No, I don't think they're going to take our jobs anytime soon, but they do have a place, and it's a very valuable place. I think that they have a future home in maintenance and reliability, keeping things safe. So it was neat. I sent some pictures. I got some videos of it. So.
Yeah, and we're going to do a virtual episode probably pretty soon to kind of unpack this at length for everybody out there. I just wanted to get a nice quick clip, and also I want to ask you one other question. What would you say to encourage people to come to this show next year? Because it's going to be at the same venue. I think it's a nice venue, big venue, convenient. What would you say?
I would say, just like any conference, this is full of opportunity, right? And we don't know what we don't know, and we need to ensure that we're in a constant alignment with where we want to be. And when you come to a conference like this, you get opened up to a lot of things you didn't even know were either a problem, a solution, or whatever. So just having the opportunity to be involved with all of these different companies and these different people, you're opening your organization, your department, whatever, to all kinds of possibilities. So I would say that's the main reason. And of course, lubrication is one of the lowest hanging fruit in reliability in any plant or mine or anything. So being able to get a hold on that and understand it fundamentally, and then where it can be from scale, is always a good thing. A reliable plant will offer that for you.
Awesome. I really appreciate that, because I don't think people need to hear it from me. They need to hear it from people that have really been there, done your job, really understand this. No BS, no buzzwords. You know, skip the green salespeople. Man,
you gotta skip them.
Thank you, brother, for being on CMMS Radio, and thanks for helping me get out here to Reliable Plant.
No worries. Thank you, man.
All right. See you, Bryan.
See you.
This episode is sponsored by UpKeep, purpose-built for maintenance, reliability, and operations teams. Our mobile-first CMMS and asset operations management solution puts work orders, inventory, and asset info in the palm of your hand. Designed for ease of use and adoption, UpKeep aligns your team for peak business performance. Transform your operations, transform your success with the multi-platform solution of UpKeep. Visit upkeep.com/CMMSradio to receive a dedicated custom discovery session. Did you find this episode helpful? Please send us some feedback, suggest a topic, or ask a question. Reach out to CMMS Radio if you need a co-pilot on your CMMS project. Visit CMMSradio.com and use the What's on Your Mind link. Thank you for tuning in to CMMS Radio, your resource for all things CMMS, from selection to implementation, to help you make better choices, learn from industry experts, and have a successful CMMS journey.